it's Monday morning, just stuck in a cage and you can't break free. Do you want
He has to be nervous. He played so well on Ohana, but he dropped the ball on the first map. Now he's playing on Atlantis Space Bear. He is up against the Marine King. It is the Slayer's player in the red color.
Slayers Yu-Gi-Oh!
Great strategies, very interesting games. He prepared a lot, but he's nervous. We've seen this after the second map. He was not too happy about his victory, knew that he had to do it again, and he is up against the player starting to the bottom left. One of the best players in the world in the blue collar. It is
Marine King Prime
with a gas toss.
Ooh, gas first. I wonder if he'll scout this game, though. And, you know, I'm still a little bit weirded out that he didn't want to try to counter the infestors at all. You know, I think what he was thinking was, well, I'm going to be everywhere at once, kill a bunch of bases, he's going to run out of fungals, and my insane macro, with my awesome micro, of course, should pull me through. But that's, like, kind of risky to do, you know?
And to tell you the truth, I was a little bit disappointed by his splits, several occasions.
Yeah.
Of course, Yu-Gi-Oh! Forced a lot of engagements where Marine King could not really split his army, especially the last one comes to mind when he had to move up the ramp in this choke point. But there were a couple of other engagements, like big fights, where he still had a huge death ball and did not split his Marines and his Marauders. That was a little bit weird, because he is known for this. That's where he got his name from.
Yeah, he's good with Marines, man. He might be the best in the world with Marines, in fact. Interesting thing to note, look at that placement. That's enough room for a reactor. I think we're going to see a reactor Hellion opening. And this is smart, because he's seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Open with Pool first so many times. This is what this is good against. Like, if he goes Reactor Hellion against someone that makes his Lings so early, the hatch is up later, you have less creepier natural to defend with, you know, you have less chance of having a creep tumor or a spine crawler out. I like this on-the-ball thinking by Marine King.
And we've seen so many Hellions on this map. Nesty against Keen, today's matches too.
Yeah.
And it's just, it looks like this is the one unit the Terrans really resort to when they have to play on this map. It's not a good map for a Terran. The bases are so far away. The Zerg player has so many bases that he can take without being pressured too much. And if you let a Zerg player just do, then he will get to this level where he has an insane economy, upgrades, tech, and will just throw units on, against you until you crumble.
Yeah, you basically, that's your fastest unit. So, I mean, it's a good choice. Now, we do have the Reactor Hellion opening occurring right now. Marine King has slowed down his gas mining a little bit too, so it looks like he wants to expand behind this. And as soon as those Lings see it, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has to be a little bit nervous, but I would love to see him from here just make a lot of queens like he did last game.
Yeah, and he starts 2 additional ones, so we will see him on 3 queens. He might start another one.
Yeah, I would like to see, you know, a good 4 queens this game and just really defend these Hellions well. Get a lot of drones still. Make a spine, of course, make a spine, but still not making a spine.
Yeah, he skips the spine.
Making me nervous.
And a 3rd command center here for, sorry, not a 3rd, a 2nd. That's actually the natural. For Marine King.
Being roasted.
That's the spine. A little bit late.
Yeah. Well, you know, hopefully that'll be up before any additional Hellions get up there. And he should be able to defend it pretty easily if he has 2 queens and a spine down there. But will Marine King continue to make Hellions? That's the question. Yeah. He's sending SCVs. He's actually going to go ahead and repair up there. He's going to actually start microing against this stuff.
3 queens, 1 spine crawler, a few Zerglings. This is going to be very interesting.
Another queen is on the way for the main. These are all 3 queens that he has out right now.
With all these queens, he should be able to hold against a few Hellions, but Marine King is doing a ton of them. He has 8 already. Here come the SCVs. He's starting to repair. The spine crawler is just now being used, and we have the Zerglings streaming in. Now the spine crawler is ready. 4 queens too.
Wow, I'm surprised he's actually going for this. The drone's getting out of there in plenty of time, and a great defense by Yu-Gi-Oh! Just holding Marine King off so far.
He doesn't even lose the queen. He does not even lose the queen, and now he can start to snipe the SCVs. He's even blocking the ramp. I love this choice. He's playing extra safe. Oh,
and he has transfusions now as well. Marine King's pressure there really was not worth it.
2 harvesters lost for Marine King. Not a single drone has been killed.
I mean,
Not one.
Yu-Gi-Oh's looking perfect right now, man. He has 6 queens, 43 drones against 26 SCVs. And Marine King, what's he going to do? Throw down another command center. That's about all he can do.
Marine King doesn't even have a second orbital yet. He's just about to finish the upgrade.
Yeah, and I mean, he's going double eBay and 3 command center. That's how far behind he is. He's like, uh-oh, I better do a lot of stuff and hope. Because that's all he has left right now, man. That was just a beautiful defense against an attack that failed completely.
Yeah. He really tried to commit to this, but I think that Yu-Gi-Oh! Probably watched the games earlier and was like, that's not going to happen to me.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to build a ton of queens, I have a Spine Crawler, and I will defend against this. I will not die to Hellions. And guess what he does? He's not pulling a July.
Yeah, I love this, having these queens just walk out. He's forcing his creep forward. These Hellions aren't scaring him in the least because he has transfusions.
And he has a lot of them.
Yeah.
Another Hellion dies, and Marine King finally realizes that he should not pick a fight with these queens. They are angry, man. They're really angry.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean,
You attack my drones?
they've been bullied for too long.
Yeah.
And finally, you know, they've been working out like you, Kaldor, and they can throw those spines at ground units now. They don't just have to launch them in the sky. And they're getting their revenge. Revenge of the Queens.
Yeah. Why Heart of the Swarm? Revenge of the Queens. That's the title.
Yeah, there you go. The Heart of the Swarm, though, is the queen, man. She's the matriarch. She's the motherly figure. And,
Kerrigan's Wrath.
Kerrigan riding a queen, imagine that. That's what I would do, absolutely.
Very sexy.
Or in the Overlord, I think it would be warm in there, even though it would be a little bit slimy.
Nah, that's too slimy.
Just imagine, man, it's like you're back in the uterus.
I don't want to be back, though.
Me either. Alright, so third base is going up for Yu-Gi-Oh! But
It took
as
me
we
9
saw,
months to get out there.
it took you 9 months to get out. I just busted my way out after 2, Kaldor. Well, I mean, he's scouted this base, and it's going to be hard for Marine King to really send SCVs there too early. He might even have to lift it up just for a little bit. But the Alien's trying to keep everything away.
With the upgrades for both of these players, just a little bit of mid-game aggression here by Yu-Gi-Oh! Trying to poke and have a quick look at what exactly is happening while he's teching it up, while he's getting all these upgrades. And the same is true for Marine King. So a little bit of, I don't want to say stalemate, but a little more of a passive mid-game. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Just in a brilliant position. We already mentioned his economy. He's still at 64 harvesters against 50, so he has the advantage here. And he will just take base after base. He added macro hatches, and I would not be surprised to see him take a 4th pretty soon.
Yeah. He is getting his Baneling speed. He's getting that burrow up. I do love people that get burrow on this map. It's such a long map, it's almost impossible to scan your way across. Also, we do have the infestation pit up. There we go. Finally, he's starting those pathogen glands. So it looks like, once again, he wants to go for an Infestorling style, possibly into Ultra again. And as far as Marine King goes, he shows no tanks coming.
Attack at the 3rd base. The Lings are now streaming in, but the bunker in position to repel the attack. Baneling Nest, well, is ready, but speed is not done just yet. +2/+2 for Marine King now. In upgrades, they are actually on the same page. We have Marine King still with a little bit of a supply deficit compared to Yu-Gi-Oh! But he showed in the last game that he knows how to deal with this. And the one thing that I don't really like all too much is the Overlord positioning of Yu-Gi-Oh! In this game.
Oh, actually, you're very right about that. He doesn't have good Overlords out right now.
Yeah, he has a few Overlords just in the vicinity of his opponent's main base, but if you just have a look at the Overlords hovering at his main, he does not have any Overlords that would detect drop play.
Yeah. And drop play is the number one thing you have to look out for when you're actually playing Infestor. But we see he's putting a lot of spines in his main. Very smart move that buys you a ton of time against drops to actually get Infestors or Lings back to deal with them. So really good play by Yu-Gi-Oh! While he does take that 4th. And I'm liking this for Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. Oh, there we go. Finally making siege tanks as Marine King. And that's important against Infestors.
We've seen on the last map on Ohana how important it actually is. Without the siege tanks, he had a huge problem against his opponent. Combat Shield is about to finish +2/+2. Hive Tech on the way for Yu-Gi-Oh! He will be able to start with the +3/+3 upgrades. And now, as Yu-Gi-Oh! Reaches the middle of the map with his creep spread, we finally have a few Marines starting out and trying to kill them, but there are Baneling bombs everywhere.
Yeah, he's set up a lot of those, which is just so smart on such a big map. If he catches one army, that is going to be worthwhile for all those Banelings out there. And that can actually win you the game on a map like this.
The Zergling's trying to take down these Marines. The Medivacs are in position though. And Infestor's just a tiny little bit too slow to catch up. Drop these Fungals. Do we have it? Yeah.
82 drones, 77 SCVs right now. Marine King trying to keep some sort of presence on the map, which he's actually doing a good job of. But a lot of Lings coming in while Marine King tries to take this third base.
And the third base being attacked by Zerglings, and now Marine, so the fourth base that is. And Marine King has to be very, very careful. I think he realized that he could well lose this series.
Yeah, he's got to play really carefully from here, Kaldor. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has shown that he is a competitor in this series. This is not necessarily just going to be a game loss for Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, nice. Scans ahead, but the Marines are dying.
And I wish he would have just thrown a Fungal down at some point. It's much better to use the energy on Infestor rather than to lose it.
177 against 183 supply. Ultralisk Cavern, once again the transition for Yu-Gi-Oh! Into Ultralisk. 103 Zerglings for him. And this game is just getting crazy.
It really is. You know, Marine King has his 2-2. Hasn't started his 3-3, but we have +3 Carapace start for Yu-Gi-Oh! So he's keeping up on his upgrades just brilliantly. In fact, he's going to pull ahead on that.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is always trying to flank his opponent. He's always trying to find an opening, but so far Marine King hasn't shown any weakness when it comes to his defense.
Well, here we go. Marine King's starting to walk out a little bit.
And the Lings are going to commit. Infestors are now joining the party and take down everything. The Siege Shack has, well...
Oh, so well done. He's even going to get the Medivacs, or at least 3 of them.
Yeah.
Really well done.
Loses the Medivac, drops down to 160 against 200 supply. And, well, Artosis mentioned it, +3/+3 is on its way. Well, Marine King did not start it yet, but here nice position with his drops at the 4th base while attacking the 3rd.
And, well, he's really trying to harass this base quite a bit, but he's got to be so careful.
Guys,
so many Lings in
stream. There it is.
And, well, that's going to be pretty difficult to deal with, especially with Infestor-style play. He's going to clean up this bottom, it looks like. But is he going to be able to actually save that hatchery?
He needs some Infestor Terrans on the high ground. He actually needs a Fungal over here. Where are the Queens? Where are the Queens? Can they actually save the hatchery? The Lings are forcing the Marines back, but without the Fungal, this is going to be a problem. Here comes the first Infestor.
And it looks like he will be able to save that hatchery, which is just oh so important. Now, Marine King has taken a supply lead through this.
And do you know what you said about Yu-Gi-Oh! In the first game, when he lost all these drones that he immediately has to rebuild them? Guess what? He just built 20. Excellent. He just built 20 drones. He realized, okay, I lost a lot at my 4th base. I need more drones. He's back to 20. Now, well, he rebuilt 20. He's back to 88 drones, which is a bit too much in the long run, but for now, it's just right.
Yeah,
if he transitions into spine crawlers and a few defensive structures later, he will be perfectly fine.
Definitely. Just bank up. You just killed an army of Marine King. It's going to be a little bit before he's back across that map. So exactly, Kaldor. That is a great play by Yu-Gi-Oh! While he does take another base, but Marine King's so scary, man. He has a lot of siege tanks right now.
Look at those Ultralisks. 9 Ultralisks building. I'm not a huge fan of Ultralisks, but on this map, they make perfect sense. They are way better than Broodlords because Broodlords are just too slow. You need to be more mobile, and this is a huge map. On Atlantis Space Bear, especially with all those Infestors in the mix, he has a perfect composition now. He just needs to find the perfect spot where he can attack.
Oh, yes, be careful here. He's going for a big drop, and in fact, we'll get that big drop off. But there's a lot of units here, and with those Queens, he might be able to get some Medivacs.
Yes.
Sick fungal growth right there.
He doesn't even care about the siege tank on the other side of the Abyss.
That's right. I mean, these Queens can actually go ahead and just transfuse if they do want.
Another small task force is running to the top right, though, trying to take down the 3rd base of few drones, but the Queens, every single time the Queens, they try to defend here. Actually, that's on the 4th base. The Marauder is going to take down another Queen. But to the top right, there is a huge fight going on.
The hatchery might go down. We're not going to show you, though.
Top right.
And, well, I guess these Ultras will kill everything. And that hatchery lived, Kaldor, that no one got to see.
With 80 hit points. That hatchery survived with 80 hit points at the top right. There was a huge attack with 3 Medivacs. But in the end, it is Yu-Gi-Oh! Who prevails.
Well. 183 supply both. And I gotta say, I like Yu-Gi-Oh's position, even though it's even supply, and Marine King's been doing a great job.
Oh, another Marauder!
Oh, man. Oh, but he's transfused it.
Yeah, that transfuse saves the hatch. Actually, it might not save it. There come the Lings. The hatch is at 60 hit points.
And he does save it. Good
Wow.
for him. And Marine King
He's
attacking
everywhere.
another area. Yeah.
He is everywhere.
This-
Top left.
This is one of the things about Infestor play. They're a little bit slower than Mutas. It's hard to actually react, but here we go. He does kill that off. Still, this army should die. It looks like beautiful fungal growths, and these Ultras should be able to clean everything up.
He completely rips through the army of Marine King. The Terran player down to 140, immediately rebuilding. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just trying to stabilize here.
Yes.
It was insane. Marine King just punching him left, right, and then straight for the upcut. It was insane. Base to the top left, in the middle, and to the top right were attacked. And Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm so impressed that he defended without losing a hatchery.
Oh,
wow.
another beautiful fungal growth going down. But his... Oh, yeah, no, he still has plenty of energy on those Infestors, but a lot of Marauders in there. Looks like he doesn't want to fight there quite yet.
He has a bit of a problem with his lava. This is one of the big problems of Yu-Gi-Oh! He interjects well, but he just has so many resources. Finally, he has enough lava to build additional 10 Ultralisks.
Wow,
And
that's
we
a lot of
see the
Ultras.
hatch again. Look at it, 90 hit points. I would love a transfuse here. If Marine King sends up another dropship, this base will die.
You know, one thing we have to say is that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is retaining a lot of his Ultras and Infestors, which is something we don't always see, and that's a huge thing. Even though Marine King is staying up in supply and killing bases, the very expensive and important units of Yu-Gi-Oh! Remain around and continue to do battles. So that's why he's still in this, despite Marine King's insane, insane economy.
This is by far the best series that we had today.
Oh yeah, this is actually wonderful. And I got to say, the sniper one was really good. So
Yeah.
it's hard to top that, but it actually is happening here.
We have a beautiful game and a transition into Broodlords as now the Greater Spire is about to finish.
Oh, he's not gonna be
Corruptors
ready.
too. Exactly. Yeah, they're not the best choice on this map, but with the element of surprise,
Yeah.
this is definitely something that's going to kill him. He won't have enough units in
And
time.
he's made so many Marauders and Siege Tanks at this point, and you know, the medevac count has been cut down so many times via Infestor Queen that it's a beautiful choice because he wants to make more medevacs, not Vikings.
Here comes
So-
Marine King though, dropping on the high ground once more. How will Yu-Gi-Oh! Approach this? His Broodlords are halfway done. If he catches this army, Atosis, I think we might see Yu-Gi-Oh! Just moving forward and trying to end the game.
Yeah, I mean, he's got an insane unit composition. Yeah, he's losing bases left and right, but Marine King's army is not up to the task of fighting 10 Broodlords as well as the Ultra Infestor army that he has.
And here we go. He loses the first
Yeah.
units, and he needs to get this momentum going. Yu-Gi-Oh! That is, because Marine King has 4,000 minerals, 2,000 gas.
Oh,
beautiful fungal once more. The Broodlords a little bit late.
They are indeed, but these fungals should be enough, and he should be able to clean everything up here. Marine King finally running away. I'm surprised he didn't actually run as soon as he saw Broods were in the situation.
Thors
but-
and Vikings, that's what he's building
Yeah.
right now. Everything that shoots against air.
And he's just basically going to be going Marine.
Top left
Thor
though,
Viking.
another attack.
Oh my
Marine
God.
King, this guy is insane. He
Everywhere.
snipes the hatch. Oh, wow.
And he will end up getting that hatch. I mean, he's doing a great job carrying the Infestors via drops.
An amazing game. Now finally Marine King a bit under pressure. Yu-Gi-Oh! Tries to turn the tide of the battle. He is going for the expansion. I'm getting all confused here. It's insane. Marine King even dropping in the main base now.
Yeah, he's just trying to make the Broodlords turn around while he gets enough time to actually make enough anti-air to do something. But what's the siege tank count at? That's my question. It's at only 3, which means these Infestors are going to just dominate Vikings, dominate Marines as well.
In the main base, we still have this drop going strong. The 2 spine crawlers were not enough. There's still damage going on, but we have main battle at the bottom. That's something that is dominated by Yu-Gi-Oh! He does not have enough anti-air. Marine King, that is, he's trying to fight these Broodlords.
Oh,
but
he
there's
has
so
move
many.
command! He used move command! Oh, no! A huge mistake by Yu-Gi-Oh! Sacrificing
God.
basically all of his broods with a right click with a move command as opposed to attack move.
Oh
a
my
huge, huge blunder.
Wow, that actually happened. Oh my god, this is so horrible for Yu-Gi-Oh! Here. He had Marine King on the ropes, but now the Terran player might just recover.
Yeah, this is actually a travesty to Yu-Gi-Oh! Imagine you have Marine King basically dead, and you right-click your Broodlords forward. The only way they were going to die. He lost, like, what, 7 Broods to that right-click?
Too many.
Oh, way too many. This is a hard situation now for both players, not just Marine King.
Neither of these players is out of the game just yet. The income is roughly the same. They are tight in supply. This game is getting ridiculously crazy. This is just complete insanity as we have so many infestors. He's building more. He has 10. He's getting an additional 3, 5 Brood Lords. He's moving in once again. What about the anti-air? A beautiful fungal hits the Marines. That's exactly what he needed here. Hits the Thor as well. The anti-air of Marine King is slowly but steadily going to die. But another 2 armies are moving to the top left now.
That's right, he is just continuing to counterattack. This may turn into some sort of really weird base trade.
It might just.
Yeah, but the Infestors are really the saviors of Yu-Gi-Oh! Here. I mean, they are so reusable. They just continue to dominate anything and everything that Marine King pops out to try to deal with these Broodlords.
Oh, guys, you have no idea how hard this game is on the players. They have to be everywhere. If you just lose concentration for a second, you're going to die. You will lose a base that you could have saved. You will lose sometimes even your entire army. This is just crazy. This is forcing everything out of these 2 players.
It truly is, Kaldor, and in fact, I mean, Marine King has death on his doorstep.
The orbital command is going to burn down. He doesn't realize it.
Yeah, I think he has no idea. He's just everywhere on the map at once. He's not going to repair it, Kaldor.
No, he's not.
This is a pretty big deal.
And the orbital command is... Oh, no. No, he doesn't get it.
Yeah, it's gonna die.
Tick, and boom!
And at the same time, Marine King, though, taking out more bases of Yu-Gi-Oh! At his 3rd.
Top right is being attacked as Yu-Gi-Oh! Moves in the main base. Tries to fungal again. Succeeds. Catch the few of these units. Top right died, though. And now Yu-Gi-Oh! Has no income whatsoever. But guess what? Marine King doesn't have any income either.
Yeah, both players are on the ropes right now. Yu-Gi-Oh! Making his last few units. His last Zerglings are going to be popping out, but they should die right away.
Army supply is in favor of Marine King. He has 42 Marines, though, and these Fungals and Marines, guess what? They don't mix.
Yeah, I mean, the Fungals are really what has to win this game for him. A beautiful Fungal just went down on the Vikings. More and more units walking in. This could be our final battle, Kaldor.
It could well be. He needs more Fungals, and he uses them. He's Fungaling everything, and he will come out ahead here. If he plays this well, another Fungal hits the army. How many Broodlords are left? We have 4 of them. 3.
And it looks like it should be enough here. We only have 6 Marines, 2 Vikings, and a Thor left for anti-air. The Thor looks like it might die. Up here, we do have Yu-Gi-Oh! Cleaning out that part of the army. And Marine King is looking dead.
He's really looking dead right now. He's out for the count with 33 supply against 56. This is horrible. 27 army supply for Marine King, 52 for Yu-Gi-Oh! And he's moving in. He's going in with another Fungal. And he attacks this army. He attacks the last remaining units for Marine King. Slayers Yu-Gi-Oh! might just win against Marine King Prime in the 3rd game.
That's right, and not just that, but move on to Code S in the most dazzling way possible to take out Marine King. Shows that that is exactly where you belong.
Oh my god. Sela is standing right next to me. He's amazed as well.
He's got a big smile on his face, man.
I can't believe this. This game is crazy.
Okay, there's 2 Corruptors out,
okay.
So he can't hide buildings.
Okay, he can't fly. We won't see a draw.
Well, we have 2 Vikings and 4 Marines, so if he can actually kill those,
then we
but there's also 4 drones out, so we can still have mining by Yu-Gi-Oh!
Long distance mining from, well, that's really long distance mining.
Yeah, that's pretty far away. Wow, this is absolute madness. The fact that we're now trying to calculate if there can be a base trade, I mean a draw of some sort.
Oh, God.
I mean, the entire supply of Marine King is so tiny.
Oh, he's getting in with the Fungal. Yes!
Oh,
yes, he
and
catches
that
them.
is just it. Marine King's going to have to GG. I'm sorry. That's it. Everything going to go down.
Oh,
beautiful fungal growths, and
boom.
Wow.
He has 1 Medivac and 2 Marines left. This is it.
2 SCVs, though. Don't forget the 2 SCVs.
But he's mining. He's mining. He has a mining base at this point.
He has his mules dropping down, man. The mule hammer.
To the left side of the map, it is the mules. That's his lifeline. But no, forget about it. There are already changelings. He knows it. He knows about the expansion, and you can bet that a few Zerglings are already on their way.
Yeah, no doubt. He's going to send whatever he has over there ASAP. At this point, he just needs to keep his infestors alive, though. I mean, Marine King is producing once again with Marines from his barracks, but if I mean, fungal growths are just going to dominate everything. There's just way too many units out for Yu-Gi-Oh! 57 supply to 14. Marine King's doing his best to get something done, but there's nothing left to do.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is playing this very, very, very safe right now, and he has to try to attack here once again. Attacking immediately the production buildings of Marine King. And where are the Marines? The Marines are taking down another Ultralisk, but a lot of them are down to the red, and one bundle to finish them off.
Marine King with his 6 supply, which is all Marines, trying to do something. He is the king of Marines, but it does not matter at this point.
Even with the Chuck Norris roundhouse kick, you don't win this game.
Absolutely not, man. There's no happening here.
To the left side of the map, we have mining still going on, or at least 2 orbitals.
I mean, even if you gave Nest T the controls of Marine King, nothing could happen.
Even the creator of the universe could change.
The creator of the universe could not uncreate this situation.
He could create another universe, but
he could, but
not win this
that's
game.
the cheap way out, man. That doesn't, that's being a coward.
GG!
Wow!
King. What a game! Yu-Gi-Oh! Look at him, he has a headache. He's like, I'm not feeling too well.
He's got the sickest nerd bump, too, on his wrist there, showing how much he practices. And wow, did he ever deserve that? He actually outplayed Marine King. That was beautifully done. Beautifully, beautifully done. Marine King even went siege tanks to deal with infestors, just could not hold on.
What a game. What an amazing game. Marine King, in the end, really loses this. The first map ends in favor of him, and then suddenly Yu-Gi-Oh! Stepping up his game, and he pulled it off.
Brilliant use of infestors.
Can't believe it.
I'm actually really happy for Yu-Gi-Oh! Because last season in that up and down, as we mentioned before, I felt he was top 2 player in that group, even though he didn't make it out. And to hit Marine King as your test again to Code S, that's a bad beat. Especially when you maybe should already been in Code S.
But you said it best earlier when you said that there's just no way. I can't see Marine King in the up and down matches not succeeding.
Yeah. Oh, I think he's going to get right through.
He is such an amazing player, such a great guy, and I can't. Well, this is not important. This is not possible.
Yeah. Well, Yu-Gi-Oh! With his crazy infestors, we're going to have a lot more Zergs next season in Code S. I'm really excited about it, actually. The Queen's definitely helping out for now. Terrans are going to have to learn how to adapt to that a bit better.
Exactly. Terrans will definitely have a hard time at first. I'm sure they come up with some solution. But talking about Terrans, after we had 3 CVTs, we have now a pretty darn good TVT coming up.
I'm excited about this one, actually. It's going to be Ghost King Prime Beyond, okay? It's Beyond. I hate how these people do this with their IDs.
Especially with the
so
Kings.
angry about it. And then, of course, the STC, who is an awesome player, one of my favorite Terrans.
And, well, we have a 5-minute break, guys, and then we will start with the last match for the day. So stay tuned, and we'll be back with GSL Code A with Atosis and Caldo.
Oh, nice. More zealots.